Okay, so this is another quick news segment. This one's just on how Donald Trump lost $1.17 billion. $1.17 billion dollars. So recently there's been a story released by the New York Times who found some documents relating to Donald Trump's tax returns, and they matched it against information that has been been made public by the IRS showing tax information. So I just want to run through a quick bit of how Donald Trump lost $1.17 billion. So let's jump straight into it. And I'll be coming back with more on it at about 8 o'clock tonight when I release a longer video on this. So, when Trump wrote The Art of a Deal in 1987, yeah, you're thinking, oh, he must be doing great as a businessman. He was in the red for $4.5 million. Now, there is times that people do report losses in some years, and then it builds up. So let's just have a look at his years after 1987 and see, obviously he's probably doing a bit better. So 1990, he's in the red for $400.3 million. 1991, in the red for $664 million. 1992, $751 million in the red. 1993, $814 million in the red. Killing it. 1994, $918 million. Whoo! Hitting that $1 billion mark. 1995, $950 million. That was $3 million. He's made a $3 million profit there. Big gains. But yeah, $950 million in debt. And an overall loss over the 10-year time period of $1.17 billion. Now let's just run quickly through how he's managed to do this. So the same year as he released his book, so he's gaining money from book sales, stuff like that. He's getting free publicity from all of these different organisations. He bought a yacht for $29 million and then later had to sell it because he lost money in that year and other years. And a lot of other years. And in that same year he recorded losses of $42.2 million. So that was on top of what he got for that year. Oh, just to let you know about Trump's response as well. He's called it fake news, because of course he has. This one's good. He lied about having the intention of buying companies so he could send up their stock price and then sell it off. So he'd buy it, make out that he was going to buy up the whole company, and then all the stocks would go up in price because we were anticipating this big buyout, and then he'd sell out because the price had gone up. Now, some of you may think, oh, he's a smart businessman. Ooh, he's done well, he's tricked people. No. They stopped believing him. And then he did the same shit and he lost all his money from those games. He lost all that money. So he's an idiot, in fact. Oh, and talk about lying as well, as Trump does every 5 seconds. He also lied about how much money he had. As per, he actually said that his father's wealth was his wealth, so that he could make it into the Forbes top 100. Saying that he had $600 million when the majority of those assets were in his father's name. And at the time he was in the negative. Trustworthy guy. And just to top it off with as well, at the end of the article, I love it when newspapers just throw shade like this. At the end of the article, Trump is quoted as saying, the whole of the real estate business is in a depression. Now, he was doing badly out of it. You can see how badly he was doing out of it. But you know who was doing well in that time period? 1990 and 1991. His father. Fred Trump. He got $53.9 million in positive income in that year. So, you know, not all Trumps are bad with businesses. However, there was one loss in that year, and that was, what, $15 million on his son's apartment complex. So this is the guy who wrote the art of a deal. Cool.